The Department of Energy Office of Legacy Management, working with the city of Piqua, Ohio, completed the demolition of the Piqua Decommissioned Reactor site. The project was undertaken to address the risk of unoccupied facilities and to ensure protectiveness of the on-site entombment of low-level radiological waste. Located about 120 feet from the Great Miami River, the Piqua Nuclear Power Facility, or PNPF, was one of the earliest municipal nuclear power generating reactors. It was built under the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission's Power Demonstration Reactor program. The reactor produced high-pressure steam that was transmitted to a turbine at the nearby Piqua Municipal Power Station to generate electricity for residents. The prototype relied on an organic compound called a terphenol to cool the reactor. The Piqua reactor began operating in 1963. It operated for less than 2 years before technical issues with the heat transfer system became evident. These issues contributed to the AEC's decision to shut the plant down in 1966, and its decommissioning was completed in 1968. During decommissioning, the reactor fuel, coolant, and most radioactive materials were removed from the site. The reactor vessel itself and residual radioactive material that could not easily be removed was entombed on-site in concrete. The city of Piqua occupied the site from 1969 until 2018, when the city informed DOE that near-term and long-term maintenance costs were much greater than anticipated, and the city no longer had a use for the facility. DOE performed an evaluation and, in conjunction with the city of Piqua, elected to demolish the buildings, protect the entombment, and turn the former reactor site into a lay-down yard for beneficial reuse by the city of Piqua. Demolition work began in May 2022. During demolition, all above-ground structures were demolished, while the below-grade former reactor vessel was further entombed in specialized waterproofing concrete. Demolition crews placed all construction and demolition debris in a licensed disposal facility. The work was completed in November of 2023. The demolition project presented several challenges. The above-ground portion of the reactor facility was a 68-foot-tall reinforced concrete dome encased in a steel shell. The entombment structure containing the decommissioned reactor core could not be damaged during the demolition process. This required the dome be demolished from above in a controlled manner to ensure falling debris did not damage the entombment or impact the adjacent public bike trail. During dome demolition, the entombment was protected by heavy-duty wooden crane mats and sand. Workers used a man lift to access the top of the dome and used a cutting torch to cut sections of the steel shell. Then they used a hydraulic claw to peel back the steel and broke the underlying concrete dome into smaller, manageable pieces. Once the dome structure was safely removed from the vertical walls of the containment shell, they removed a steel gantry crane that was originally used to raise and lower fuel rods into the reactor. The gantry crane structure weighed more than 40,000 pounds. Removing this safely and without damaging the entombed reactor required careful calculation, rigging, and a massive hydraulic crane. Once workers removed the remaining cylinder wall of the above-ground containment facility, they backfilled the site to finished grade and paved the surrounding area. The protected entombment that remains has a rip-wrap cover and a monument to ensure no future excavation is performed at the site. LM will continue to monitor the protected entombment to ensure protection of human health and the environment.